about one of the most basic and honestly most important concepts in all of electricity. It's something that explains a classic holiday headache, and believe it or not, it's the reason our entire modern world can even function. And just so you know, this is part 16 of our 20-part Introduction to Electricity. Today, we are laser focused on the two fundamental ways you can wire things together: series circuits and parallel circuits. You know what I'm talking about, right? You've got this long string of old Christmas lights, one tiny bulb goes out, and bam, the whole thing just dies. It's so frustrating. But then your toaster breaks, and your fridge, your microwave, your coffee maker, they don't miss a beat. So what's the deal? Why the huge difference? Well, the answer is right here. It all comes down to the path the electricity is allowed to take. Is it stuck on a single one-way street where there's only one route? Or is it on a big highway with tons of different lanes to choose from? That's the whole ballgame, the core difference between series and parallel. Okay, so let's start with that one-way street, the series circuit. And really, the name gives it away. Everything is lined up one after another, in a series. So what is it, really? A series circuit is where all the parts are connected end to end, making just one single, unbroken loop. The source material has the perfect analogy for this. Think of it like beads on a necklace. The string has to go through every single bead, one by one. There are no shortcuts, no detours. And this diagram shows it perfectly. Look, the electricity leaves the battery, it has to flow through the first light bulb, then it has to flow through the second light bulb, and only then can it make its way back. There is literally no other way for it to travel. It's an all-or-nothing journey. So what does this one-path rule actually mean in practice? Well, first, the same amount of current has to go through every single component. But the voltage, that electrical push, it gets split up between them. And here is the Achilles heel. If any single part in that chain breaks, the entire loop is broken. The road is closed, all traffic stops. And that right there is why one bad Christmas bulb takes the whole string down with it. Okay, so how do you fix that massive single point of failure problem? Well, you build a smarter road system. Let's talk about the parallel circuit. This isn't a one-way street. This is our multi-lane superhighway. In a parallel circuit, instead of being daisy-chained, each component gets its own personal connection to the power source. Think of it like every device has its own private on-ramp and off-ramp to the main electrical highway. This diagram makes it crystal clear. You see how each of those light bulbs has its own separate little loop going back to the battery? The electricity flows down the main wire and then it splits, sending some of the current down each individual branch. And here's where it gets really interesting, because the rules are basically the opposite of a series circuit. Every single branch gets the full undivided voltage from the source. The current splits up, but the voltage stays the same for everyone. And here's the magic trick. If one branch fails, say a light bulb burns out, it only breaks its own little path. The other bulbs, they're on their own separate, perfectly fine paths, so they just keep on shining. This is exactly how your house is wired. All right, so we've seen the two types. Now let's put them side by side, because this is where you really get that aha moment about why this choice is so critical for pretty much everything we do. When you look at them together like this, the difference is just, well, it's night and day. On the left, you've got the series circuit, which is like a fragile chain. You break one link, the whole thing falls apart. It's useless. But on the right, you've got the parallel circuit, a robust network. A problem in one area is contained. It doesn't bring the whole system crashing down. This table just nails the comparison. The path for current, a single shared loop versus multiple independent branches. Voltage, it gets divided in series, but it's the same for all in parallel. Failure, it's catastrophic for series circuits, but it's just a local problem for parallel. And the examples tell the whole story. Those old, annoying Christmas lights versus the reliable wiring inside your walls. Now here's a cool little twist. In the real world, it's not always a strict either-or choice. Engineers are clever. Most modern electronics are actually combination circuits. They use series wiring where it makes sense, and parallel wiring where reliability is a must. They literally get the best of both worlds. And that's why this matters so much. This isn't just some abstract topic for an exam. Understanding this difference has real practical applications, whether you're trying to figure out why something in your house isn't working or just appreciating the genius design of the power grid itself. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Just imagine, for a second, if your entire home was wired in series. To turn on your TV, you would also have to turn on every single light, the microwave, the dishwasher, everything in the entire house at the same time. And what happens when the little bulb in your refrigerator burns out? The whole house goes dark. Suddenly, the simple, elegant parallel circuit seems like one of the best ideas ever, doesn't it? Thanks for tuning in.